lied, as I thought the last one was going to be the last one, but you know, what can you do sometimes? You want to play, so you keep playing. And how about we get a game? I would really like it is to be devoutly wished that a game would occur soon. Pretty please. Ah, that's all it took, was being pretty with the please. As we... Ah, something fun. Okay. I'm doing the colors reverse stuff from Opening Oddities. Except the extra move helps a bit. Okay, we don't want to do that. We'll just take. Okay. And it's kind of like a Binko flavor, except I feel like it's a full pawn, not a kinda sorta pawn. That's a pawn right there. That's just an extra one. Okay, no counterplay with any of the pin stuff. Make my center stronger. All right, you want me to push the pawn so you can take, and I appreciate that. But what if I just say my name is number is, and you need to let it go? You can play knight e4. I do not care. And as this happens, that seems helpful for me as well. Okay, I'm just going to do this move for safekeeping, so I can play e3 if queen b6. And then at that point, I can begin to... Actually, if queen b6, a5 is interesting. All right, I don't want to allow knight c4, so we're just going to go ahead and throw that move in there. And then I'm going to formally ask for you to lose this endgame by trading when I have an outside pass pawn. Are you interested? It's a deal that I will leave on the table for you. He is interested. I appreciate that. Okay. Now let's eliminate counterplay. We don't want him getting to the second rank. And I've been wanting to play e3 to shore up the pawn structure. Bishop c4. Okay, I get what I want now. This is good. And how about one more move? Doesn't hurt anything to chill sometimes, as removing the bishop I like the bishop better. Bishop's more flexible. And now I'll give him something to worry about. I probably should have played bishop g2 to stop the knight from encroaching in the position at all. Worst case scenario... Well, that's not very good. Is it? Your knight's too far away to be of assistance. My bishop's blocking the check on the back rank. If rook c2, I push away. You're going to need to worry about my guy before I have to worry about your guy, which is ironically closer than my guy. My guy needs a few more steps. But what can you do? All right. And then this frees me up to move the b. Bishop d3 to e4 is the idea. Hit that. Would you like to leave? No? I'll cover the queening square and GG. Got it. Now we come back, rinse and repeat. Best way to do this. We'll start with that. Looking for more squares. Got more squares. Seems pretty nice. And I really want the bishop on this diagonal. Thank you. My opponent's been so accommodating. I appreciate him. He may not know it, but I do. I do definitely appreciate. I was going to create a second pass pawn, but now that I've got this imbalance, no need. No need. Bishops are for sacrificing. Gotcha. Interpose the rook. All right, now that was interesting. We got the reverse Sokolski, or Polish, or orangutan, or it's got a lot of names. But in Opening Oddities, I recommended c6, and you play a5. Since I already had d4, I was like, all right, I'm just going to use the same plan, just colors reversed, and this has got to be good, right? I mean, it puts pressure immediately. And I've got an extra pawn, so we might as well use it. Now, at this point, he's got extra time to attack with, so let's kill counterplay. It liked taking with the bishop better. Okay, I liked securing the pawn structure and capturing towards the center. And knight e5 was keeping the bishop pair, but honestly. And that was my offer for a losing endgame, which I feel like I evaluated properly. The engine's saying +2, and that in this type of game, it should be enough to win. Okay, evaluated that properly. Should have played a5 immediately and should have played bishop g2 here. Bishop g2 is the much more superior move, as if a move like knight d5 occurs. This is a losing ending because the pawn is isolated. If I go after this guy, this is how quickly the game falls apart, as now that pawn falls, and with the extra guys, +5. a5 gives, and that's interesting. I didn't even consider this move, and that's supposed to be the best move in the position, so good on my opponent for finding that one. Respect. But then bishops are better than knights in open positions, and I show that pretty quickly. Bishop c4. Why? Why when I can force things? I have no idea why the engine wants bishop c4 when I can play bishop e4 and just like win a knight on the spot. That's one of the few times I'm like, let me go ahead and interrupt you right there. You're wrong. I'll take the free stuff when I can. And then at this point, king d4 felt obligatory, but I do have that interesting move. And as you stop me. And now it's a matter of technique. And my technique said I'd much rather have the rook active than have the bishop on the board and two connected passers with the king this far away. Even with the king in front, this is a forced win. But with the king that far away, makes life super easy, as the build the bridge idea from the Lucina comes back with vengeance. All right, that'll do it for these games. Thanks for joining in. If you're enjoying the content, just blitz for fun with analysis and ideas with me, hit that like button for me, please. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because it definitely helps us. Not just me, but the other presenters for Palm Beach Chess. We appreciate you. Thanks.